Greetings, hello, welcome. Let's continue with algebraic expression. Okay, now in the previous video we left off at the following examples, which were examples of multiplying polynomials by binomials. In this case, there's no binomial. Okay, there's multiplying a polynomial by a monomial. This is a monomial that multiplies with the binomials inside the brackets. This is a monomial that multiplies by the binomial inside the brackets. Okay. If I said polynomial in the previous video, I'm correcting it now. So let's do the first one, shall we? Let's do this one. Okay, example 1. We have a monomial which is a 2 constant multiplying by a binomial which is 3y, which is 2x plus 3y. So working this out simply means, so to work this out, this is how it is done. You multiply the number which is in front or which is outside the bracket by every term inside the bracket. Okay, this 2 will multiply by 2x, and then it will also multiply by 3y. Okay, cool. So let's do that. Brackets falls off. That means 2 multiplied by 2x becomes 2 multiplied by 2x. Okay, what else? Then we have 2 again multiplied by positive 3x. That gives us a positive. So we'll have positive 2 multiplied by 3y, not 3x. So 2 multiplied by 2, multiply the coefficients, that is 4. 2 by 2 is 4, and then x remains as x. 2 by 3, 2 multiplied by 3, that gives us positive 6y. Okay, so there we go. 4x plus 6y is our answer. If we factorize this, we'll end up having 2 multiplied by 2x and 3y. So if we want to factorize this, we just look at what is the highest common factor of 4 and 2, and 6. In this case it's 2. So say 2 into 4x and 6y. How much? To get the first term, we would say how many times is 2 divisible by 4x? So we would say 4x divided by 2, 4 divided by 2, that gives us 2 there. So answer here is 2x, so we have 2x there. And we do the same for 6, to be 6y divided by 2. 2 in 6 goes in 3 times, then we are left with just 3y, which is positive 3y. That's how you factorize. Okay, cool. Okay, second example. Second example, minus 2a into, okay, open bracket, 3x plus 2y. 3x plus 2y. Okay, so it's multiplication of polynomials is the topic for the video. Minus 2a multiplied by 3x and 2y. Okay, in this case, minus 2y minus 2a, as always, will multiply by everything inside the bracket. Okay, start with the first term, then multiplies with the second term. This case, let's write it down. Minus 2a multiplied by 3x, then we write it again as it is, minus 2a multiplied by what's next, plus 2y, plus 2y. Alright, so minus 2a multiplied by 3. What's your answer? Answer is minus 6. A and x, a multiplied by x, just write it as ax. Alright, minus 2 multiplied by positive 2, that gives us minus 4. A multiplied by y, it just remains as ay. Nothing happens. Okay, cool. There we have it. Minus 6ax minus 4ay. What happens if we want to go back to this form? To go back to that format, we factorize. To factorize, you look for the number that is common, or the highest common factor of minus 4 and minus 6. And then you also look for the letter that is common between the first term and the second term. In this case, as for the number, we see that the highest common factor of minus 6 and minus 4, or of 6 and 4, is 2. So minus 2, and then a is common here, it's also common there, so we also take it out. Alright, so minus 2a. Minus 2a. What do we write here? What do we write here? To find out what we write here, we just need to find out how many times is 6ax divisible by 2. So minus 6ax divided by minus 2a. So a and a cancels out, positive, negative and negative cancels out. 2 into 6 goes in the, well, 3 times, so the answer is 3x. So right there we have 3x. Do the same for the second term, 4ay divided by minus 2a. A and a cancels out, minus and minus cancels out. 2 here is 1, 2 there is 2, so 2y. So we have plus 2y, which is exactly what we have there. Okay, are you good? Are you with me? Okay, third example. Right, let's say we're given now a binomial. Okay, first let's do this one. 2x squared multiplied by x plus 3x squared. What's the answer? Do it quickly, assuming you have done it. Let's do it together. So we multiply this one by everything inside the bracket. Start with the first one. That will be 2x squared multiplied by x. And then plus 2x squared, just write it as it is. There's a positive here, but it's not written. So plus 2x squared multiplied by positive 3x squared. 3x squared. Alright. 2 multiplied by an invisible 1 there, that becomes 2 x squared multiplied by x. So there's a 1 there. This is to the degree 1. So this becomes x squared plus 1 plus 2x multiplied, 2 multiplied by 3, that is 6. X squared multiplied by x squared, that is x to the power 2 plus 2. Because the bases are the same, just write x and then add the power. The bases are the same, just write 1x and then add the power. The bases are the same, write 1x and then add the power. Finally, 2x to the power 2 plus 1, that is 3, plus 6x to the power 2 plus 2, that is 4. Right, that is the final answer. If one wants to factorize this one, we say, okay, ask yourself a question, which factors are common, which factor is common to 2 and 6? Or what is the highest common factor of 2 and 6? In this case, we have 2. 2 is the highest common factor. And what is the highest common factor of x cubed and x to the 4th power? Well, x cubed is actually the highest common factor. So x cubed, so we'll have 2x cubed divided by 2x cubed, that gives us 1 plus 6x squared to the power 4 divided by 2x cubed, that gives us 3x. Yep, 3x. Which is exactly that. And if we wished, we could probably by now you're asking, wait a minute, that doesn't look like that. But it actually is. This, what we have up there, is not in its factored form. If we wanted, we could factor out the x from here, which would multiply with this x squared here. It becomes x cubed. Then this will become 1. That will become 3x, which looks exactly like the answer we got down here. Alright, cool stuff. Now, let's look at multiplying a polynomial, a binomial with a binomial. Say you're given 1, say you're given x, say you're given x plus 1 multiplied by x plus 2. These are all binomials. How do you multiply binomials? Well, you start by multiplying everything in the first bracket you start with the first term of the first bracket and you multiply that term with all the terms in the second bracket, and then you do the same. Take the second term of the first bracket and then you multiply by all the terms in the second bracket. So let's do that. shall we? Okay. The first term, that is x multiplied by x, so you'll have x multiplied by x, and then you'll be followed by x multiplied by 2 plus x multiplied by 2. What's next? Well, we are done with this term. We've multiplied by everything in the second term. Now we come to the second term of the first bracket, which is positive 1. Positive 1 multiplied by x. Positive 1 multiplied by x. And what else? Positive 1 multiplied by 2. 1 multiplied by 2. Right, x by x. Just write 1x and add the powers, which is 1 plus 1, get 2, plus x times 2, that is 2x, plus, alright, 1 times x, that is positive x, 1 times 2, that is plus 2. Alright, so what do we have? We have x squared, 2x and x, these are like terms. 2x plus x, that is the same thing as 3x plus 2. Alright, we have final answer as a quadratic equation. So this is a trinomial. So a binomial multiplied by a binomial gives you a trinomial, and a monomial multiplied by a binomial gives you, what does it give us for? This is x squared multiplied by x plus ab. It just gives us a binomial still. So a monomial multiplied by a binomial gives you a binomial. Binomial multiplied by a binomial gives you a trinomial. A monomial multiplied by a monomial a multiplied by a gives you a squared, which is a monomial. Alright, cool. So that's it for multiplication.